I want to welcome you here live to Tyne-Davis Gymnasium on the campus of Faulkner University for this SSAC women's basketball contest between the Faulkner Lady Eagles and the Thomas Nighthawks. Before we get into this one and begin breaking it down, I wanted to cue up our interview from our Faulkner basketball correspondent, Jonathan Ferris. He caught up with assistant coach Michelle Swopes earlier today.
Coach, you're coming off a loss to Campbellsville. What were your takeaways from that game?
Loss to Campbellsville. I mean, there were moments that we played good, and there's moments that we did not. Feel like in the third quarter we had found a rhythm defensively, and we made a lot of good stops. We were down by 15 at one point, and I think we got relaxed a little bit because certain things started going our way. Once we got relaxed, that's when they went on a run, especially at number 15.
What kind of problems does Thomas present?
I'd say their athleticism. They create very good ball pressure when they're guarding the ball, very aggressive. And it's not that we're not, we are. It's just their athleticism and quickness could provide problems, but I think we'll be fine.
What are the key things you're looking for out of your team today?
Key things, communication, never giving up on a play, and just playing with grit like we always do.
Finally, what's it going to take to beat Thomas this evening?
I'd say out-rebounding them and gaining more possession. So whether it's taking a charge when they attack the middle, just however many possessions that we get, the better, and that'll seal the deal for us.
Coach, best of luck this evening.
Thank you.
Tyne-Davis Gymnasium, Faulkner University, Montgomery, Alabama. Jeremy Smith alongside David Turner bringing you the action in this one. It is a Thomas team entering at 4-12 overall, 2-6 in conference play. Most recently, a win over Blue Mountain Christian on January the 6th. That was their last outing. They have yet to win consecutive games on the season. They will attempt to end that trend tonight. It's a Faulkner team that had a 5-game win streak snapped on January the 6th with a loss to the number 3 team in the country, Campbellsville, 95-63. Lady Eagles looking to start a new streak here tonight. Faulkner coming in averaging 71.65 points per game and giving up 69.47. Thomas averaging 57.25 a game and giving up 68.19. So suffice it to say, David Turner, Thomas is going to need to muddy it up and drag them down into the deep water and keep the scoring under wraps, and Faulkner wants to get out and run.
Yeah, when you look at all the categories here with stats, everything favors the Lady Eagles here in this one, but you don't play games on paper.
Right.
And this team they're looking to make a name. They're looking to make that run here in conference, and tonight would be a good start against the conference champions during the tournament conference champions from last year in these Lady Eagles. And if you can come in here and Tyne Davis tonight and get that win, that's a good feather in your cap moving forward.
All right, starters for Thomas. Number 2, the 5'8 junior guard out of Gainesville, Texas, Jade Stoudemire. Number 4, the 5'2 senior guard out of Quincy, Florida, Tanijah Washington. Number 12, the 5'7 senior forward out of Clarksville, Tennessee, Destiny Hill. Number 14, 5'7 senior wing out of Idaho, Deja Wilson. And number 44 on the jersey tonight, the 5'9 senior forward out of Gainesville, Florida, Deani Shepard. The starters for Faulkner, David Turner, as the Thomas Nighthawks control the tip.
Starters for the Lady Eagles, number 3, Morgan Holland, the 5'8 junior wing from Bluntsville, Alabama. Number 5, Nicoya Adams, the 5'5 junior guard from Huntsville, Alabama. Number 22, Ruthie Smith, the 6-foot freshman forward from Rogersville, Alabama. Number 25, Kinley Varnell, the 5'9 graduate guard from Bald Knob, Arkansas. And finally, number 32, Neely Johns, the 5'8 junior guard from Killen, Alabama.
Varnell, coast to coast, layup won't drop, rebound taken out, coming the other way. It was a Tanijah Watson bucket to start this one for Thomas. They've got the lead. A foul, offensive foul, going the other way here. They'll put it on. I didn't see the number called there. It was offensive, so I'm going to guess 44, and it is indeed on Deani Shepard. Little 2-2-1 press look set up by Thomas on the first 2 possessions of the game here. Just 10 players available for them tonight, so we'll see how much they stay in that press. Right now, Faulkner not pushing it real hard, and Thomas not ratcheting up the intensity in that press just yet. There's Varnell, kicks it into the corner. Ruthie Smith will pull the 3. Short arms it off of the front iron and will come the other way after the rebound by Deja Wilson. There's the drive, lost the basketball. Steal by Morgan Holland, thrown ahead to Neely John. She'll drive all the way up, layup, won't drop, rebound, nobody. There's Nicoya Adams with it. Adams works at right wing, Varnell. Now Neely Johns launches that 3 off target, and Faulkner can get into that rhythm sometimes where they're just launching 3s, and so far they've taken a couple of them, and they're 0 for 4 from the floor and 0 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, last few games they've taken a lot of 3s in the first quarter, and they found themselves down after that too, after not coming out shooting well. That shot off from the corner, finally controlled by Thomas.
It's one of those situations, if you read Sutton, it frustrates you, and there's a 3 launch from deep off the hand of Jade Stoudemire. It's good. You look up and down the roster, what's currently available for Thomas. The tallest player is 5'9", and this is the Thomas team that doesn't rebound it particularly well. You got an advantage, and that's her name right there, Ruthie Smith. And she smokes it and gets the rebound back and gets blocked and fouled from behind. But you got to work that ball inside. You've got an advantage, theoretically, with Ruthie Smith and Morgan Holland's capacity to score in the paint.
Absolutely, and I was going to bring up Morgan Holland, especially when they move her up to that high post, and she's so effective in that, with her quickness and then just her ability to work in the post as well.
So Ruthie Smith to the line. The foul is called on number 2, Jade Stoudemire. That is her first second-team foul on Thomas, and Faulkner still scoreless after the missed free throw. Shout out to all of our friends out there watching, both from Eagle Nation and as well from, you know what, let's rebrand that. Eagles is just too many, it's too many Eagles. You officially are Never Fail Nation. How about that? So that's what we are from here on out, from this day forward until I'm no longer working here, which could be tomorrow.
Or until you forget in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Hashtag Never Fail Nation. I have failed to remember it. Ball thrown into Nicoya Adams. Throws it ahead, and there's the steal the other way from the free throw line. Stop and pop, and 7-0 early, and we're going to get a foul as well. No.
I think it was a shot clock or looking at the clock situation.
Tanijah Watson jumper. 5-0 lead. Nicoya or 7-0 lead. The scoreboard just caught up. They confused the scoreboard operators for a moment. There's Johns for three. Buried. Faulkner's finally on the board after a 7-0 deficit opened this ball game. Now they'll set up their own cursory pressure. Over the timeline, thrown ahead. Work back over, right wing, thrown down to the block. Back up top. There's toward the elbow, back out again. Slung down and stolen by Ruthie Smith. 7-3 deficit. Smith will work the ball up the floor herself. Gives it up to John. She drives to the elbow, pulls it, and it won't drop. Rebound tipped around. And Thomas, on paper, not the better rebounding team, but they're dominating the boards early here, 6-3.
Right now, Thomas doing everything that they need to do to stay in, if not win this ball game. Great feed inside.
Rebound taken down, dribble back out, up top, swung over left wing. There's the three, off target. And rattles off, finally, Kinley Varnell with it.
Thought that was going to rattle in the way it was going.
There's Nicoya Adams over to Neely Johns, pulls the three, drains that one, and a pair of Neely Johns threes have cut it to 7-6. Timeout going to be taken here. That'll stretch it to the media timeout. 6:09 to go. If you're out there, email us, let us know. fsn@faulkner.edu, fsn@faulkner.edu. Tell us who you are, who you're watching for, and where you're watching from.
Connections matter now more than ever. At Guardian Credit Union, we live to make connections, to provide hope, to strengthen our communities, to create stronger financial future. These connections happen in our credit union, in serving our communities, and even in the small moments of sharing a bench with a neighbor. Connect to your goals. Connect to your community. Connect with Guardian.
.09 remaining. In the opening quarter of play, it's a 7-6 lead for Thomas, and they have the ball. Working it up the floor is Watson. Throws it ahead. Bounce pass, deflected, nearly stolen, loose ball out of bounds. In the ball game for the first time, number 23, Tara Lorente, the 5'8 freshman wing out of Miami, Florida. No substitutions for Faulkner. Also get Ryan Woodley into the game for Thomas, 5'7 junior guard out of Atlanta. That's number 24. Ball right wing, backed out by Watson. Down into the corner, that's going to be Wilson. Watson again. Left wing, drive, pull, kick. Jumper no good, rebound Ruthie Smith. Johns over the timeline. There's Adams. And a foul. That's going to be the third team foul on the Nighthawks here in this first quarter of play.
Foul's going to go on number 4, Tanisha Watson.
Inbound deflected back out, and Nicoya Adams will just pick it up. There's Johns, another three. She's got all 9 Faulkner points, and the Lady Eagles are in the lead 9-7. Over the timeline is Destiny Hill. Drives and a foul call on Nicoya Adams. First foul on Faulkner. Ball thrown in, Watson. Works off the screen, pulls it. Tipped around, corralled underneath by Lorente, and out of bounds. So Thomas successfully muddying things up early here, making everything challenging for Faulkner. Sophia DeMauro checking into the game for the Nighthawks, the 5'4" sophomore guard out of Canton, Georgia. That's number 3. So just one sub left by our count that has yet to get in the ball game for the Nighthawks. Center over right side, Destiny Hill now back up top. That's going to work Ryan Woodley. Woodley back out now right side. That's going to be Hill. That launch out of the corner misses everything. Neither team shoots it particularly well from 3 as a team. The Nighthawks come in shooting just 22% from beyond the arc, and Faulkner just 29%. There's Holland. Deflected, stolen, going the other way. Destiny Hill, clear a path until Neely Johns ran her down, rather. And that'll tie the ball game on the layup.
Good patience for Destiny Hill getting down. As you said, Neely Johns rushing back. Waits for her to kind of go by, and then goes up with the layup and knocks it home. Ties this ball game up once again.
There's Varnell. Adams. 15 on the shot clock for Adams. Shake and bake and drive and up off the glass, no good, but the foul. She'll go to the line. Substitutions entering the game momentarily for Faulkner. It's going to be number 1, Dee Gwynn, the 5'6" sophomore guard out of Madison, Alabama. Number 2, Ella Jane Cannell, 5'8" sophomore guard out of Prattville, Alabama. Number 33, Avaya Burrows, the 5'9" junior wing out of Huntsville, Alabama. Free throw up and good by Nicoya Adams. Puts Faulkner back on top, 10-9.
The foul was on number 12, Destiny Hill. That is, oh no, not 12, but 24, Ryan Woodley, rather.
Olivia Chadwell checks into the game for Faulkner. Number 45, the 6-foot graduate forward from Loretto, Tennessee. And the last sub in for the Nighthawks, Kennedy Collins, the 5'11" junior forward out of Atlanta, Georgia. Ball flipped over. Kept it alive. Gets it back out now to Wilson. Down into the corner. Going to work the drive. Diamaro, no good. Burrows can't get the board clean. A lot of slapping and fighting, and you're going to get a whistle down there. They're going to put it on number 12. No. 23, Tara Lorente. Couldn't tell the numbers the official was holding up there, but it is Tara Lorente.
And in the bonus, so Eagles will walk to the other end. It'll be Avaya Burrows shooting the free throws.
Yeah, 15 foul on Thomas with 3:42 to go in this quarter. Burrows will step to the stride. Free throw up and good. Second one from Burrows. Good. So 13-9 advantage for Faulkner. Johns will check out. Adams will check in. Email comes in from Aunt Linda. Linda McKnight, Reed Sutton's Aunt Linda, and I will say officially or unofficially FSN's Aunt Linda too. She emails us, says, just got here watching from Wayne, Pennsylvania. Love these broadcasts. Thank you. Watching with the game in one hand, tapping the iPad keyboard in the other. Too many things to do. Great to hear from you, Aunt Linda. Ball forced to the possession arrow there on the jump ball. The email comes in from Reed Sutton's parents, Mom and Dad Sutton, watching from home here tonight. So shout out to you guys. If you're out there, you want to let us know, email us fsn@faulkner.edu, fsn@faulkner.edu. Let us know who you are watching for, where you're watching from. We will give you a shout out as we have an opportunity, fsn@faulkner.edu. That one up top of Avaya Burrows. Now works it back over right side to Nicoya Adams. Adams, the drive to the block. Can't get it to go. Rebound D. Gwynn. Gwynn will bring it back around Ella Jane Cannell. Cannell, Gwynn. Gwynn working. Pulls it. Loose ball. Rebound collected underneath and coming the other way with it is number 14, Deja Wilson. Now on the ball for the Nighthawks is Deanne Shepard. Back out, there's the drive, step back on the pull, no good. Rebound cleared by Olivia Chadwell. Gets it into the hand of Nicoya Adams. Adams now. The drive, split two defenders up off the glass, no good, and the foul's going to put her on the line. So another team foul now on the Nighthawks, that's 6.
Foul is on Jade Stoudemire.
So to the line goes Adams.
Adams on the season about 63% from the line.
Adams, free throw, no good. One more look coming for Nicoya Adams. Missed that one as well. So the foul brings no harm, and the ball into the hands of Thomas. Thrown ahead, that's going to be Collins. Now back up. Watson shakes back out. Going to work downhill, spinning with it is Destiny Hill. Kicks it over. Back up top. 13 on the shot clock. Fired down to the low block. Up off the glass, no good. Cleared by Avaya Burrows. Going the other way with it. 25 on the shot clock. Adams to Chadwell. Can't catch it.
It's good feed. Chadwell just not looking for that pass coming from underneath that angle.
Back out with it. Left side, that's going to be Ryan Woodley. Tanaja Watson up top. Now worked right side. Watson floats up over the top. Loose ball taken by Nicoya Adams. Long pass. Chased down by nobody in particular. Out of bounds off of Thomas. Get Bridget Johnson into the game for Faulkner for the first time. Johnson, this 5'10 junior forward out of Huntsville. Johns is back in. Holland is back in. Burrows out. Cannell out. The inbound will come from Adams. 13-9 advantage. There's Adams. Pulls it. Drains it, does Nicoya Adams. Every Faulkner field goal has come from beyond the arc, exactly the opposite of what we said they needed to do to take over this ball game. But they lead 16-9. Works it across to the right wing. That's going to be Woodley. Now works it over. There's the pull. And an answer from Watson will cut it to 16-12. That one misses. Rebound collected, coming the other way with it. Watson slows things down, calls the set. 43 on the game clock. About a 23-second difference between shot and game right now. Back out with it is Destiny Hill. Works over left side. Deep pull on that three. No good. Rebound goes to Diamaro. Loose ball can't be collected, and that's going to turn our shot clock off on the turnover. 21.1 left as the ball goes in the hands of Faulkner to end this quarter. Kinley Varnell checking into the ball game. Dee Gwynn checking out.
Ruthie Smith checking back in for the Lady Eagles. Deja Wilson checking back in for the Nighthawks.
On the ball is Adams in no hurry. Faulkner seemingly content to hold for last here with a 4-point lead nearing the end of quarter number one. Adams into the hand of Neely Johns. Left side, Ruthie Smith. 5 to play here. Back to Adams. Chased off her spot. Has to gather from the baseline and knocks it down at the buzzer. Nicoya Adams. 7 in the first quarter. Faulkner up 18-12. Back in a moment on the Faulkner Sports Network.
I wanted to take my career to a higher level, so I searched for an MBA program that fits my schedule, that's accredited, and aligns with my Christian values. I found the perfect MBA at Faulkner University. Faulkner's MBA program consists of 10 5-week courses completely online, and the quality of instruction is excellent. Imagine how earning your MBA degree can help boost your career and get you to where you want to be. Visit faulkner.edu/advance to learn how you can get started.
There's the handoff, working around. There's the feed, sends it over. Corralled underneath by Shepard. No good, tipped alive. Shepard controls it, back out, pulls it, does Watson, puts it through. Watson with now 9 of the 16 points for this Nighthawk squad. There's Varnell. Varnell works left, back over. Adams. No good. Rebound taken down by Thomas, coming the other way with it. The drive. Swings it over to the elbow. Back out with it. There's Watson. She'll slow things down, back it out.
And Lady Eagles been pretty much zoned this entire game to this point, and it's given up some clean looks from 3.
Floats it up off the glass and good, and 11 already for Watson.
That's a tough floater off the glass from that angle. She knocks that one home.
Turnaround does Smith. Now back out, Varnell. Thomas doing a good job recovering on defense and taking that post away. Adams to Smith. She'll take it because it's there. In and out. Varnell the rebound, and she's as good as anybody anywhere at that. And a foul.
That's a travel on the step from Johns. A turnover for the Lady Eagles.
You know, looking at Watson already here at 11, and she comes into this game averaging 3.2 a game, but really flashing the scoring ability early on here. 5 out of 7 from the floor at that. Conversely, Faulkner is 5 out of 16 from the floor as a team.
Five out of 16 from the floor, 4 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, they found almost nothing within the perimeter. Sent over to Varnell. Johnson. Adams. She'll go to work, right side, all the way to the block, muscles it up off the glass and good. Nicoya Adams with 9.
Tough shot, and just with that, when you see the strength that Nicoya Adams has to be able to keep that basketball up and still get a good clean look and take that little bit of a bump.
Stolen by Neely Johns. Thrown ahead to Adams, all the way to the block, contact again, and it drops! Nicoya Adams headed to the line looking for one more. She's in double figures with 11. On a night where Faulkner has struggled to get it going offensively from the floor, Nicoya Adams has flipped a switch here over the last few minutes.
She has, and this is a welcome sign from Nicoya Adams. For the last several games, seemingly been a struggle for her shooting the basketball and getting her looks to go. And so far tonight, she's getting those to drop for her.
Ball sent down to Shepard. She'll go up off the glass with an easy make, 23-18. Adams on the ball, only a 5-point lead for the Lady Eagles right now. And a lot of contact there, no call. Sent down into the corner. Morgan Holland, no good. Rebound cleared by Thomas, coming the other way in the hands of Ryan Woodley. Woodley slows down, pulls it near the elbow. In it goes, coast to coast for Ryan Woodley. 23-20. Thomas down by 3, but I would say out-efforting Faulkner right now.
100% they are. They're out working. They're doing all the little things, and that's one thing that Reed Sutton's telling his players right there. There's no reason for her to get a rebound on one end, come down, make the one move, and get that solid look right there at the elbow and cut this lead to 3. There's no reason for that, and he's kind of getting into his players right now, and rightfully so. They are defensively just not closing out and contesting the way that they know how to do.
We'll pause just for a second here on the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Lady Eagle basketball. (23-20). 7 minutes remaining in this second quarter of play. We head to really the home stretch of this season almost here. You're talking about 8 and 9 overall. This is game 18 out of 28 in the regular season. So, you know, your all conference play from this point forward, every one of them is absolutely critical for teams trying to get into the tournament when only 10 teams make it into the tournament. There's the drive downhill. Johns up with it, and one for her. She's got 11 and goes to the line looking for another.
It's a good job on the drive for Johns. Hit those few threes there in the first quarter, and now looking to get her shot inside. Does a good job taking that contact and gets rewarded now. Opportunity for 3 the hard way.
That foul, according to the scoreboard, it said 44, but I don't think that's accurate. According to our live stats, oh, nope, they just changed it, so the scoreboard was accurate. Deani Shepard with the foul, so that is her second. Originally, our live stats had it on Ryan Woodley. That is the 8th overall foul on the Nighthawks, and now we get a clear lane violation. So we'll walk it the other way after a rare missed free throw from Neely Johns. 25-20, 6:37 to go in the second quarter of play. Faulkner cursory pressure set up just so Thomas can't easily get the ball down the floor. Thrown over to Destiny Hill, back up, tipped alive, nearly stolen. She recovers, stop, pop, miss, rebound. No, going to Hill, sends it across now. There's Watson with the miss. Rebound taken down, Woodley. Woodley fires it up. There's Watson again to slow things down with 12 to shoot. Feeds it ahead, turnaround right hand off the glass, no good. There is Morgan Holland. Holland, Varnell, Adams left her wide open. Missed that one. Long rebound chased down by Varnell. There's Johnson. Neely Johns. She didn't miss. 14 for Neely Johns. Her 4th made 3.
She didn't miss, and she didn't hesitate on that jumper either. As soon as she had that open look, she went right into that shot.
All into the corner. Up top, Watson. Worked it over right side. Back up top, Watson. Pulls it. In and out, no good. Rebound taken out. Going the other way, Kinley Varnell.
It's the 5th rebound already in this one for Varnell. Deep
Johns. Oh, heat check for Neely Johns.
That's what that was. And then looks at the bench like, I'm not as hot as I thought I was.
Yeah. So the heat check from Neely Johns from right in front of the student section. She tried to pull out that Grant Sanderson range, couldn't quite find it. So shout out to Grant Sanderson, who's either watching now or will later over at Kennesaw State, the future Mr. Neely Johns. Ball thrown in. Coming up the floor is Watson. Into the hands of Kennedy Collins. Back out. Watson. Baseline and a foul. Two Lady Eagles in the area. It's either Ruthie Smith or Morgan Holland. They pick Ruthie Smith. Ruthie did look like she was the one with her hand in the cookie jar. So D. Gwynn in, Nicoya Adams out. Nope, Nicoya Adams will stay. Morgan Holland will check out. Free throw going to come off the hand of Jade Stedemeyer. This will be the first free throw attempt of the game for the Nighthawks. Misses that one. That one goes through. Ball thrown in to Nicoya Adams. Over the timeline she'll go. Sends it over right side. Johns back to Adams again on the right wing. Left side going to be Burrows. Now down in the corner, D. Gwynn. Gwynn will bag it out with 15 to shoot. Sort of reset things. And now she sees a lane. Takes it all the way. Can't get it to go. Rebound fought for. Shepard and Smith converge and jump ball. This is a Thomas team, and look, this is college basketball. Nobody's coming in looking for any moral victories of any kind, and we got a lot of basketball left to be played. But this is a Thomas team with only 10 players available that easily could have come in here and been flat, and they have had tremendous effort for the first nearly 2 quarters of this basketball game.
And it's been just that. It's been effort. They've outworked. They've done the little things. They've been scrappy. They've made things difficult for the Lady Eagles here in this first half, and let's see if that continues. They've done a really good job, just like you said, off the jump, muddying things up. That three off the rim.
Yeah, and they have forced, you look at some of the shot selection from Faulkner, but a lot of that is a result of this Thomas defense.
It is.
They're really taking the paint away, which is an area that Faulkner tends to control. Oh, that's a deep three. Off the hand of number 10, Kennedy Collins. Drains that one, makes it 28-24. Neely Johns backs down in the lane, feeds it over to Ruthie Smith. She'll drive baseline up off the glass and good for Ruthie Smith. She's on the board for the first time. 2 points for her, and the Faulkner lead is 6.
And most importantly on that one, a good, quick, decisive move for Ruthie Smith. 3 again.
Oh, Kennedy Collins, another one. Another one for Collins, 30-27. There's Burrows off target. Rebound taken down to Naja Watson, coming the other way with it over the timeline. Watson sees the lane, feeds it over. Tried to find Collins again. Collins starting to feel it right now.
Collins too close in that situation. Wasn't ready to catch it.
Yeah.
Trying to move her way back out.
30-27. Faulkner leads with the ball. 3:14 to go in this second quarter of play. D. Gwynn over the timeline. Gwynn works it over right side to Nicoya Adams. Adams back over to Avaya Burrows. Burrows to Gwynn. She'll work toward the elbow, pull it, off target, no good. Rebound taken down, coming the other way. Going to be Destiny Hill with the basketball. Hill works it back into the hands of Watson. Watson working right, feeds it to the corner. That's Stedemeyer. Back to Collins. Off target on that one. Adams will clear the rebound. That is her second board. Works it ahead to Johns. Chased off the spot. Drive. Floater no good. Gets her own rebound. And tipped out of bounds. Ball will be thrown in momentarily by Avaya Burrows with 19 on the shot clock, 2:28 on the game clock. Burrows will call the set. Into Gwynn. Gwynn back around the logo. Works right all the way into the lane, up off the glass and good. D. Gwynn with a little move to get by her defender, and then it was all Gwynn there when she got the defender on the hip.
Yeah, good shoulder fake. going one way and cuts it right back the other. Another three.
Oh, Stoudemire drains that one. This is a team that only shoots 22% from beyond the arc on the season, but they are at 38.5% right now, starting to feel it. And Nicoya Adams with a little take into the lane and an easy floater to finish. She's got 14.
Both teams 5 of 13 from beyond the three-point stripe here in the first half. Another three.
Yeah, there's Stoudemire again. No good. Rebound of Aya Burrows. There's Adams. 4-point game thrown ahead. D. Gwynn. Gwynn into the lane on the step through. No good. Rebound, loose ball. Foul called.
It's going to be on Ruthie Smith.
That's 2 on her. Get Olivia Chadwell back in the game, along with Kinley Varnell and Morgan Holland checking out. Neely Johns, Ruthie Smith, and Avaya Burrows. Ball thrown in. There's the drive down the baseline all the way up off the glass for Stoudemire. No good. And a rebound controlled underneath. No, out of bounds. They'll say off Olivia Chadwell. Reed Sutton looked like he was pleading for a foul on the rebound attempt. I think the officials just kind of got tired of calling him for a minute. They slowed it down. We're not complaining. Here's a three. Buried by Stoudemire. And you're back to a 1-point game. Over the timeline, Nicoya Adams fired ahead. Morgan Highland turnaround up off the glass and good. 36-33 is your score. Minute to play. There's Hill with it. Sends it into the corner. And a travel.
They're going offensive foul. Offensive foul on number 12, Destiny Hill on that.
36-33 with 51.6 remaining in this quarter. Nicoya Adams over the timeline. She'll work it right. Back into the hand of Morgan Holland. There's Gwynn. Loose ball, fought for. Possession arrow in favor of Thomas. Email comes in from our buddy, the aforementioned Grant Sanderson. He says he's tuned in right now, and Neely still can't shoot the deep ball quite like he can. He said, but she's getting there. He will take the heat check. Good decision, and and she shot it right in front of the Grant Sanderson space in the student section. That's where he normally was. It was like an homage of sorts. 36-33 with 35.6 remaining. Another email comes in. Lindsay Lee emails us. Very kind words. She says, you're one of the best commentators. Love hearing you. Kira Lane is watching the Nighthawks from, I'm going to try to say it, and apologies if I butcher it, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. The Marbury accent does not like that phrase. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, cheering on her big sister, number 14, Kira Lane, is cheering her big sister on. Great to hear from you guys in Idaho.
I bet it's cold there.
I bet. We got this Arctic blast thing they're talking about coming in, and temperatures getting down into the teens and maybe even single digits in parts of Alabama, and folks down here are going, man, that's the apocalypse, right? And Idaho, I just can't imagine. And then you see the thing, and you're not even you're talking about this weekend. They're talking about what in Missouri, it's gonna be -2.
Yeah. All I can think about is so much snow.
Loose ball collected by Thomas. Still working it ahead. They got it over the timeline. There's Wilson, works it over, whipped down in the corner. Thomas for the tie off target. Loose ball picked back up. Stolen now by Morgan Holland. 13 to play in the half.
Plenty of time. You don't have to rush. You can still get a good, clean look.
Adams off the screen of Johnson. And a foul. Going to be called on Stoudemire. That'll be her third. That's significant.
That is significant.
10 points in the first half, but now her third foul.
Well, 10 points in the first half, but a lot of those on this run here that have happened just over the last few minutes. for Stoudemire.
She has become their corner 3 and spacing in that offense. Ruthie Smith, turnaround no good. Faulkner unable to cash in on the last second opportunity. They hold on, white-knuckled to a 3-point lead as we head to the locker room. We'll hit you with numbers in 15 minutes. We're back on the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Lady Eagle basketball. 10 minutes on the third quarter clock, ready to roll for this second half. What has been a good ball game, 36-33. Jeremy Smith alongside David Turner. Holland the handoff to Varnell. That first half saw Thomas shoot 37% from the floor and 37.5% from beyond the arc. They grabbed 25 rebounds. Faulkner shot 38% from the floor, 38.5% from beyond the arc. They grabbed 20 rebounds. 3-point ball game, the difference largely being the free throw line, if anything, right now. And again, that Thomas defense able to keep Faulkner under control in terms of the paint points. It's now just 14-8 advantage for Faulkner in points in the paint.
It's plays just like that. You take away that entry pass into the post, knock it away, still going the other way. Thomas has outworked, out-efforted, out-hustled the Lady Eagles here in this one so far, and it's allowed them to have this be in the spot of the ball game, now leading after that three in the corner.
Ron Fox's squad with the lead after the made three from Deja Wilson. Neely Johns with the answer. 17 for Neely Johns. Working the ball up the floor is Watson. Steps back with it. Back over left side. Into the lane. Back over. Now up top Watson again. 8:25 and counting. And a foul call on Nicoya Adams.
No, it's going to go on Watson.
They put it on
back
Watson.
The other way.
Okay. I thought they got Adams on the reach, but instead they got Watson.
And one note on this ball game, when you look at the assist numbers, Thomas on the year averages about 10.5 assists per contest. They're already at 8 assists in this one, and that's been a big contributing factor. They're making that extra pass.
Johns misses that one. Rebound put back by Ruthie Smith. Good and one.
But Thomas doing good job making that extra pass, leading to those open looks before the defense really has an opportunity to recover.
To the line goes Ruthie Smith. Free throw tip, misses, and Varnell tries to tip it off the defender and can't quite achieve it, and it's out off of Faulkner. So I want to acknowledge if my numbers that I'm looking at here are accurate, and let me double check them and make sure that they're at least close. That three off target, tipped alive, rebound coming the other way. Adams all the way to the block, can't get it to go, and jump ball again.
Thomas basketball after the jump ball call.
Up the floor goes Watson with it. Face up with Adams, top of the key, works right. Works it back over Stoudemire. Down in the corner, Hill. No good on the long three, and it'll go out of bounds, and Faulkner basketball.
Now it's going to stay Thomas.
Stay off of Faulkner, okay. So, Nighthawk basketball. 3-point game right now. Watson, and an offensive foul called again against Thomas.
So Deja Wilson on the screen.
So, yeah, I wanted to confirm this. Neely Johns, as that shot made by Morgan Holland. Neely Johns with 17 points tonight has eclipsed the 500-point mark in her career. She came into the night 15 points shy of it, so she hits 500 points here tonight. Ball up top to Hill. Drive downhill up off the glass, no good.
Late whistle on the shot. There was a bump, but it was a late call. That foul's going to be on Kinley Varnell.
43-38 is the Faulkner lead, as stepping to the line now is Deja Wilson. 3 Nighthawk players with a trio of fouls each: Stoudemire, Watson, and Shepard. Faulkner has just one player that's got a crooked number, Ruthie Smith, with 2. Adams to Johns. Johns feeds it ahead. Adams can't get it to drop, but a foul call.
It's a great feed on the cut by Adams. Foul is going on number 14 of the Nighthawks. That's Deja Wilson once again.
So Wilson picking up her second. To the line is Adams. Free throw no good. 2-point contest. Adams trying to stretch that advantage. Rattles out and back in. So 16 points now, or 15 rather, on the ledger of Nicoya Adams. Ball to be thrown into Watson. Left side, now back right. Stoudemire. Hill. Into the corner, deflected, picked up. 3 launch, no good. Rebound, Ruthie Smith. Adams over the timeline, fires it ahead, and Varnell can't catch it. .44-40 with 6:05 to go in the third.
Holland and Varnell both in the vicinity of the basketball, both reaching for it, and I think one deflected it away from the other.
Over the timeline goes Watson. Worked it to the elbow. There's the handoff, the turn downhill. Tries to split 2 defenders, loses the basketball. They'll say off Faulkner. Thrown into the lane, up, and a foul. That'll be number 3 on Ruthie Smith. Olivia Chadwell will check into the ball game. Hill. Free throw up and good. Cuts it to 3. One more look at it for Hill. Makes that one. 2-point game ball thrown into Nicoya Adams. Adams ahead to Varnell. Varnell back out to Johns. Johns. Adams feeds it to Chadwell, who's hit by Stoudemire. And they converge on the ball, out of bounds. It'll stay with Faulkner.
Chadwell flashed open there on the block. Pass just a little late. That half a second cost him having to take it ball out of bounds.
Burrows in, Varnell out. Gwynn in, Adams out. Ball thrown in, tipped. Burrows recovers. Burrows downhill with it all the way to the rack, up off the glass and good. Four-point game. Over the timeline goes Watson. Woodley back to Watson. Hill. Woodley. All the way off the glass and an offensive foul on Woodley. Second on Woodley.
Good job by Burrows getting set, waiting on that drive to come, taking a hit without moving.
Knew where she had to set up. She was floating near the restricted area.
That's exactly what it was. And she was set up well before the player got there. Good job just making sure you stay put.
Gwynn bounced it off the face of Neely Johns, and an offensive foul. Foul called on Gwynn. Watson on it. Over the timeline. Working left. Pulls the three. Buried by Watson. Over the timeline goes Gwynn in a 1-point game. Burrows. Gwynn. Holland up off the glass and good. Watson, kick, back over. There's the three, off target. Chadwell the rebound. She tries to dribble out of there, gets it stolen, and a foul.
She's going to get the foul called. Defending after the steal, not the worst foul in that situation.
She kind of got pinned down there on the baseline and couldn't go anywhere, and there was no help coming to her. .48-45, 4:07 remaining in the third. It's a full timeout, media timeout. Let's take it with them, Faulkner Sports Network.
My name is Mikey Peavy. I'm the third generation here at A&P Auto. Looking for a good used pickup truck? We got them. A good used car? We got them. A good SUV? We got them. Come see us at A&P Automotive today.
Ball thrown in, drive downhill, nearly lost it, regathered back, step back, nailed it, did Stoudemire, and we're back to a 1-point game again. There's Gwynn. The drive downhill, muscles it off the glass, no good. Rebound, Holland back up off the glass and good. Over the timeline goes Watson. 3-point lead for Faulkner. Nighthawks with the ball. Flashed open underneath and found her.
Great cut, great find. Deja Wilson cuts it back to a 1-point ball game.
There's John. Stoudemire chases her off the spot. Back to Chadwell. Floats it over the top to Holland. Holland to Burrows. Burrows can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Up with it and makes it. She's got 6. Watson over the timeline. To the elbow, downhill, no good, and Wilson the rebound. Deflected on the pass out. Watson recovers into the corner. There's a three from Woodley, off target. Burrows can't collect it cleanly. Now she'll get it to Holland. 3-point game, 2:40 to go, third quarter. Holland into the front court with the basketball. Works it left, downhill all the way, the rack up off the glass and good. 5-point game now, 2.5 to go in the third. Watson over the timeline. Back out. Lost the basketball out of bounds. Give it to Faulkner.
Referee's going to talk, make sure. Nope, they're going to overturn the call.
They overturn it, leave it with Thomas. Varnell checks in, Chadwell checks out. Timeout taken by the Nighthawks. Let's take it with them, Faulkner Sports Network.
I don't know if there's anything I like better than good barbecue. Full Moon has the best barbecue and best smoked wings in town, and those onion rings are out of this world. Go by after the game and use your ticket for a buy one get one free barbecue sandwich. Say hi to Chris in person at 7660 East Chase Parkway or give him a call at 334-676-5999.
(54-49). Ball thrown in, Woodley. And a foul on that end. Reed Sutton wanted to travel. Not going to get it. First foul on Morgan Holland.
It was a good attack right off that inbound. Catch the defender coming out on the closeout, then going right by her. Whether she traveled or not, it was the right thing to do.
Free throw up and good for Woodley. Cuts it to 4. And the second one's good. 3-point game, 2:09 to go. Gwynn, Holland, downhill with it.
Good help defense.
Back out to Burrows. Chased off the spot. Gave it up to Varnell. Varnell to Johns. Pulls it. Good. 19 now for Neely Johns. Lead back to 5. Watson. Now over left side. Stoudemire. No. Burrows has the board. Varnell. Johns. They left her enough room. She got the shot off. Missed it. Got her own rebound. Back out to Holland. Holland no good. Rebound cleared by Woodley going the other way with it.
Been successful attacking the basket here in the second half, getting inside the paint. The last couple of times taking those threes since the travel before that attempt.
Turnover by the Nighthawks. Get Shepard back in the ball game for the Nighthawks. Checking out is Wilson. .105 to go in the third here. 5-point ball game. Works it to Gwynn. In and out on the three-point attempt. Rebound underneath. Johns forces the jump. Possession arrow goes to Faulkner. So John steals a possession there. That's one of those things that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but it's big.
Absolutely.
Ball thrown into Varnell. Hand off Gwynn. Varnell pulls it. Too strong. Hill the rebound. Stolen by Holland. Back to Varnell. Tries to feed Burrows. Stolen back by Hill. Helter Skelter, Summer Swelter, drive all the way. Euro step into the lane and a foul. Ella Jane Cannell, Nicoya Adams to the scorer's table. They'll check back in.
Fouls goes on Dee Gwynn.
She'll check out along with Kinley Varnell. And every time Faulkner grabs a possession, they can put a little space between themselves and Thomas. They either cough it up or Thomas just takes it right back. And now the free throw good from Hill. She's got 8 points, go along with 6 rebounds and 4 steals. Pretty solid night at the office for her.
Has been active night all the way around. Knocks the second free throw down as well.
McCoy Adams on the basketball. She crosses the timeline. Shot clock's off. 15 to play in the quarter. Everything pressed up high offensively right now for the Eagles. Adams looking for room. 5 to play. Lane opens up. Floater drops. She's got 17. And Faulkner goes back up by 5 to end the third. Back in a moment on the Faulkner Sports Network. Five-point game as we're ready to start this fourth quarter of play. Faulkner, 43% from the floor in this contest, has opened up a 2-possession lead, and that is about the most they've been able to get, and it's back down to 1 as Studemeyer's got 17.
Huge night for Studemeyer, especially beyond the three-point line.
The drive for Neely John, spins it in good. She's got 21. Watson, Woodley. Watson. Feeds it ahead. And a foul called on Avaya Burrows. So Ruthie Smith will check back in.
Destiny Hill, the free throw line. Good job with the patience. Pump fake, take the hit, then go up.
Free throw up and good for Hill. She's in double figures now at 10. Shout out to Addie Turner, who's out there watching. Rushed home after her own basketball practice tonight to cheer for the Lady Eagles.
Tell her to do her homework.
Yeah. Said apparently she tried to get all of the Lady Eagles numbers on her jersey, but that many numbers won't fit. That would be a thing your kid would do, right?
Yeah, it would.
Ball deflected, picked up by Ruthie Smith. There's Nicoya Adams into the lane. Oh, no good. Ruthie Smith rebound, put back off the glass is good. She's got 6. So, yeah, Addie Turner says go Eagles and go Pineapples. And why pineapples? Because we are a fan of delicious flavor.
Exactly.
Right wing for Hill. Back up top. Now swung at left side. There's Woodley. Hill. Woodley. Floater won't drop. Rebound put back. And a late whistle, and I question that one. So Shepard draws the foul.
Foul on
So I
Cannell.
I felt like you could potentially have gone foul on the previous shot that was missed.
Agree.
But not on
Not
the
on that
second one. I think it was probably just a makeup. 62-58.
And those are if you're a player and a coach, those are the frustrating ones because you missed it. Don't just try to make up for it. Just call it the next time.
Holland ahead to Adams. Over the timeline. Cannell. Hand off Adams. Cannell. Adams. Back up to Cannell. Just a 4-point game here.
That one's going to be on Ruthie Smith on the screen. That's going to be 4 on Ruthie Smith.
So Kinley Varnell will check back in. Ball will be thrown in momentarily by Hill to Watson. Hill over the timeline. Back over to Watson. Down into the corner. 3. Barry. Studemeyer's got 20.
That's just a good look. That was a good closeout, but Cannell, good pass up ahead to Cannell. She lays it up and in.
Ella Jane Cannell finishes the break. 3-point game again. Left side. Back down to the corner. Wilson 3. Buried. Oh, my. Well, they shoot 22% from beyond the arc on the season. They're at almost 41 tonight with 11 makes.
I say, until they come into this gym, what is it with people and shooting in this gym?
I'm telling you, ball thrown ahead. Drives all the way. Floater good, and Thomas has the lead. Collins finishes the shot in the lane, and Thomas with a 13-6 run here in the fourth quarter leads by 2 with 7:06 to play on the Faulkner Sports Network. .06 to go. 2-point ball game. Faulkner trails. Nicoya Adams ahead to Johns. Johns downhill, up off the glass. Good, and one. Neely Johns ties the game, and she'll head to the line.
It's a huge bucket. It's a needed bucket. Johns delivers on that one. She's now got 23 points here on the night.
Johns awaiting the free throw attempt, and they determine that is 4 on Watson. So Watson off the floor for a moment. Free throw from Johns, no good. Into the front court goes DeMauro. Hill. Stoudemire. Collins. Travel. Into the front court goes Adams. Varnell. Flips it over. Holland, the drive.
And
up off the glass and good. Morgan Holland gives her team the lead.
Great take baseline for Holland as it opened up for now Holland with 12 points.
So Holland to the stripe. Get Woodley back in the game, and DeMauro checks out. Free throw up and good for Holland. Over the timeline is Woodley. Working right. Back up, deflected and stolen by Varnell all the way to the rack. Lays it up right hand. Good does Kinley Varnell. That's her first bucket of the night, and the lead is 5 again.
More importantly, a great answer coming out of that timeout.
They chase Stoudemire off the spot. A lot of contact, no call. 3 from Hill, long range, misses. A lot happened there. Contact, no call. Stoudemire slides on her knees, caused by the contact. There's a foul and a travel. They've avoided both of them. The foul would have been against Faulkner. The drive, Holland can't get it to go. A lot of contact down there. Hill the rebound. Just want everybody to know the lane is closed. Hill to the rack, no good. Rebound, back up Wilson, and there's a foul on Bridget Johnson.
I say finally get the foul call on something down low. And
yeah, there were about 4 fouls in the last 30 seconds of play that, refs just trying to let them play a little bit, but eventually they had to call one, and Wilson goes to the line and misses that one. That one rattles off, no good. Rebound taken down into the hand of Nicoya Adams. Adams has it picked from behind. Woodley loses it. Johnson makes it. Sanili Johns with the assist to Bridget Johnson. 7-point game. And a foul.
Block on Adams up top. And that'll be the 5th team foul on the Lady Eagles. So free throws now for the remainder of this one for the Nighthawks.
That's a big deal.
It is.
If you're only playing with 10 players, you can score without the benefit of the clock moving for the rest of the way every time Faulkner gets called for one. At the stripe is Woodley. Good. 5-point game. One more coming from Woodley.
12 of 17 to this point from the line for the Nighthawks. Now make it 13 of 18.
5-point game again, 5:01 to go. Adams, Varnell into the lane, kicks it out to Holland. Back to Johns, dumps it down to Johnson. Johnson looking for help, feeds it to Varnell. She'll drive up underneath with the scoop, gets it to go. Seven-point game, 4.5 to go. Woodley works it over. Back over right wing. Step through, up and good. 75-74, 12 to go. Feet ahead, Holland, and a foul. That one's going to be on Shepard.
Smart play by Holland. She took that one dribble back to feel where the defender was. Knew she had her on that right side, then the left side, then turned to go up that way and gets her the foul called and a trip to the free throw line. And that is the fourth foul on Diani Shepard.
Substitutions here. Shepard out, Watson back in, Johnson out, Ruthie Smith back in. Avia Burrows replaces Kinley Varnell. Holland to the line, free throw, good. She's got 14. One more coming. No good. Rebound taken down, going the other way. There's Watson. Marks it back over. Stoudemire, Hill. Watson, 11 to shoot. Wilson into the lane, left hand, no good. Rebound taken down, Morgan Holland.
It's now 8 rebounds for Holland here tonight to go with those 14 points.
Holland, the drive downhill, up off the glass, and good. 16 for her. 3:28 to play, 8-point ball game. The largest lead of the night for the Lady Eagles. We'll pause for a moment. Faulkner Sports Network. Ball thrown in, Watson over the timeline, 3:25 to go. Thomas down by 8. Largest deficit of the night for either team. Back up top, Watson. Right side. Into the lane.
And one.
And one. So now get it to a 2-possession game and a chance to cut into a little more for Woodley. Woodley's got 8. Woodley at the line. Free throw up and good. Five-point game, 3 minutes to go. Adams will slow it down and burn clock as long as they'll let her. Good night for Adams here. 17 points to her ledger, 6 on the shot clock. All the way to the rack, and she's fouled. Pick a Nighthawk.
They will put it on Stoudemire. At least I saw the referee put 2 fingers up as she motioned to the table.
Yeah, just kind of waiting to see what they officially put in the stat sheet. Hasn't popped yet. They haven't put it on the board yet. If it is Stoudemire, that's 4.
They moved it to
Lorente. Free throws up and good. So Tara Lorente got the foul. That is her second. Front iron, no good. Rebound tipped around, picked up Varnell.
Was Lorente even on the floor at the time?
She was. They
Okay.
subbed her immediately afterwards.
Okay.
There's Adams. Slowing things down. Nighthawks letting them burn clock here. A little surprised by that.
Yeah.
Adams. Holland pulls it. No good. Front iron. Loose ball. Holland. There's Burrows. Adams. Seven to shoot, and look, you're talking about this is their third possession this trip. Feeds Varnell up off the glass, no good. Nearly got another one. Faulkner was able to burn about a minute and 15 seconds off that clock.
Didn't get any points out of it, but you'll take the clock running the whole time.
Absolutely.
Jump ball. It's going to be Faulkner basketball.
6-point game, a minute 44 to go. It felt like on that possession that Thomas backed off, and then they weren't able to get it restarted when that rebound didn't bounce their way.
And now Thomas not going to be able to back off. They're going to have to go full court pressure and try to force a turnover.
Holland into Adams. Minute 40 to go. Johns over the timeline with it. She'll work back to Adams. Burrows off the screen.
And there's your turnover.
Woodley going to go the other way with it now. Under 90 seconds left. All the way to the rack. She gets fouled. Now Thomas can score with the clock stopped.
Going to put that one on Kinley Varnell. Should be her second foul.
Ruthie Smith to the table to check back in. Free throw, good from Woodley.
Woodley 69% from the free throw line. It's relatively limited attempts coming into tonight.
She's in double figures now with 10 points. She's the 5th Nighthawk player to reach doubles. Makes that one. Ball thrown into Adams, full court look. Faulkner got to get it over the timeline, 5 seconds. Smith deflected.
There's another turnover.
Now the Lady Eagles starting to add those turnovers up.
17 on the night.
Woodley straight down the lane.
And a foul.
And a foul. 4-point game again.
Fouls on Nicoya Adams.
They can cut it to one possession here, can the Nighthawks. Woodley to the line. Free throw, good.
Nighthawks shot the ball from the free throw line extremely well here tonight. 17 of 22 to 9 of 18 for the Lady Eagles on the other end.
79-77, 2-point game, 1:08 to go, and Faulkner can't even get it out of the backcourt right now. There's Johns. Johns ahead to Ruthie Smith, up off the glass and good. Neely Johns with her 3rd assist of the night. 8 points now for Smith. There's Diamaro. Woodley. Down the lane.
Charge.
Offensive foul on Woodley. Her 3rd.
Holland saw that coming, stepped in the lane as she was making the cut.
4-point game, 49.2 to go. Ruthie Smith checking out. Timeout taken. We'll take it with them, Faulkner Sports Network. Four-point game, 49.2 left. The timeout allows Faulkner to advance the basketball up here. Kinley Varnell will inbound momentarily. Got to get it in. Found Johns. Johns trying to dribble through, back out to Adams. Get it in the hands of your free throw shooters, which right now they're not fouling. You would think that would be coming soon.
Yeah, you think about inside 30 seconds you need to. Down 2 possessions, and there it is out up top.
If this result holds, I feel like the way that Thomas managed the clock defensively in the final 3 minutes of the ball game allowed Faulkner to shorten this ball game. And if they don't do that, if Thomas stays aggressive, that one possession, the biggest swing where Faulkner's able to burn about a minute 10 or so off that clock, is really I feel like maybe the difference in this ball game. Whereas if Thomas stays aggressive, they may be in the lead.
Yeah, very likely. I mean, when they were playing aggressive and they were doing those things, they were active. They were getting those loose balls, getting those 50 every 50-50
and they were
ball.
Turning Faulkner over.
Yes.
And they sat back, and Faulkner was able to get 2 offensive rebounds and 3 possessions and dribble the shot clock down to the end on all of them.
And look, Thomas has done a really good job tonight of scoring, making Faulkner pay for those turnovers. 27 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah. Nicoya Adams has got 19. One more would give her 20. Math hasn't changed. She's got 20. 6-point lead, 28 seconds remaining. Watson throws it ahead. Woodley kicks it out into the corner. There's the 3 from Collins off target. Tipped out. Their jumper no good. Rebound Kinley Varnell. And she loses it and gets fouled in the process. Kinley Varnell will walk to the line. Academic with a make here with 11.7 to go. A make would make it a 3-possession ball game.
An absolute game Nighthawks squad here tonight. Brought the energy and brought the effort right to the Lady Eagles.
Varnell to the line. She needs 1 out of 2 to make it a 3-possession game. She'll make that one.
Varnell about 71% here on the season from the line.
One more from Varnell. Makes them both. So put Varnell at now 6 points. 8-point lead, 11.7 left. And full timeout taken by Thomas. We'll hold it here. I want to give a shout out to our Faulkner Sports Network crew doing a tremendous job tonight. A student-led or a student-driven organization here with the Faulkner Sports Network. Akil Rivers on camera here. I think we might have had a different camera operator in the first half, but he's asleep now. So Akil Rivers on camera, Grayson Plunkett, Kendall Hirsch on production. Our buddy Luke Wakefield helping us out tonight. Jonathan Ferris, our basketball correspondent for FSN. A big night here, as it's good to have students back in the gym after about a month of virtually nobody down there and it feeling like COVID all over again.
Yes. And had several home standings here over that period of time.
Inbound will come momentarily from Watson. Gets it in. Woodley. Not a lot of time. Got to get a shot off. Watson does. No good. Neely Johns rebounds it, and Faulkner can dribble it out. 85-77. Faulkner holds on after a scare from Thomas in the fourth quarter. But in the end, nobody remembers what they look like. They just remember the result. And this was a Thomas team that came in and I thought gave maximum effort for 95% of this ball game and really out-efforted Faulkner and had themselves in the ball game late. In the end, not quite enough here tonight. They're plagued by fouls, 22 of them, and turnovers, 19 of them. But they shoot 39% from the floor and almost 37% from three, and 18 out of 23 from the free throw line. It was a Nighthawk team that really showed itself well despite the loss tonight.
Really did. They come in here and got their highest scoring output of the season with 77 points. They shot the ball better than their season averages. They played really good defense for the majority of this game. They brought a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of things for this team to take moving forward, but there are no moral victories once you get to this level. The loss is the loss, but a lot of, you mentioned it coming in with just 10 players. You've got to like what you've seen from this ball club moving forward, and for the Lady Eagles, you survive. That's essentially what you did with this one. You survived, and you're able to make your way to the next one and get ready for it.
Yeah, and you know, it's one of those that for Faulkner, they were riding a 5-game win streak. They went in and faced the number 3 team in the country in Campbellsville, and really didn't play very poorly, but they were facing the number 3 team in the country in Campbellsville.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe a little bit of a hangover from that tonight, but I think they were surprised, frankly, at the level and the level of intensity that Thomas had.
Yeah, out of the jump, I think that got them, but they did get into that more of a rhythm. They dominated in the paint, 50-16. They win that battle here tonight on points in the paint. They end up coming back and winning the rebound battle, 41-39. They get 15 offensive rebounds. They win second chance points, 13-9 here on the night. So they're able to correct and do some of those things that they had to do to win this one here. And I thought it was good when they got down. Thomas came in and took that lead there in the fourth quarter. They responded, and they jumped right back up to 5 points. I thought that was really the moment of this game.
And for me, I'll tell you, I think the sequence that sealed it is the one that I've outlined a couple of times. Faulkner's got the ball. They dribble it down to the end of the 30-second shot clock, miss the shot, get the rebound, dribble it to the end of the 20, miss the shot, get the rebound, dribble it to the end of 20. Thomas sits back rather than providing pressure, and Faulkner's able to burn over a minute off that clock when you're down inside 3 to go in a multi-possession game, and that's just so hard to overcome, and I don't think Thomas was able to really overcome that tonight. Jade Studemeyer, 20 points to lead the Nighthawks, 14 for Tanisha Washington, 12 for Destiny Hill, 10 for Kennedy Collins, and 13 for Ryan Woodley on the Faulkner side. Neely Johns matches a career high with 23 points, 20 for Nicoya Adams, 16 for Morgan Holland. Lady Eagles come out of here evening the record at 9-9. The Nighthawks are back at it again Saturday in Mount Vernon, Georgia, when they take on Bruton Parker College at 12 Eastern Time. Faulkner back at it Saturday at 12 Central Time when they host the Sky Bullocks, the Skyhawks of Point University, right here in Tyne Davis Gymnasium. That one on the Faulkner Sports Network. For Grayson Plunkett and Kendall Hirsch and Jonathan Ferris, for David Turner, I'm Jeremy Smith. This has been the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Lady Eagle Basketball. Good night and God bless you.